don't respect yourself, no one's gonna respect you. So please respect yourself. If you don't love yourself, nobody's gonna love you. It's a special kind of love, a very special kind of love, a very, very special kind of love. Yeah, it's a special kind of love, a special kind of love, a very, very special kind of love.
Power, people, power. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
That's right. That's right. All power to the students, all power to the community, all power to us. So, before we begin, I'd like to make a quick announcement again. Please have your cell phones on vibrate or silent. So, my name is Jason Javier. I'm the co-chair of the Youth Organizing Committee with People Power Movement. And on behalf of the organization, I want to welcome you all. Today we have a very exciting and informative program for you where we have heroes. We're bridging the past with the present to build our future. Now, through our discussion, we hope to gain lessons and tools that will provide strength, clarity, and truth for our struggles today. So, with that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about People Power Movement. As our name suggests, we are an organization that is organizing the movement through the power of people, of working class people, of people of color. It's more than just empowering. It's about understanding, embracing, and releasing the power that we have in ourselves to take ownership, leadership, and power of our lives, of our education, of our housing. We educate, agitate, and organize. So with that said, we're working with the University Student Movement, and we've co-sponsored our community conversation today with Students United CUNY.
How y'all doing?
All right.
Doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're in Harlem. Couldn't have it better. You're on a great, great street here. An absolute historic space that you walk down that we are fighting to preserve, and you have to take that helm and make sure it doesn't get washed away. Okay, you know what they tried to do in the Schomburg, right? Okay, they tried to wash that away and move all the artifacts around the city. Were you aware of that? The mayor was going to do that? Yeah, when the guy retired, they were going to shut that down, right? And distribute all the artifacts in the 42nd Street Library and all these other wonderful places that we do not go to. But anyway, dialogue. It is so important what is happening now. It is so important what is happening now because the giant is awakening. They kept calling you the giant, right? Right? Get you busy, get that, pay for that debt, get in college, study, study, study. Don't be involved in anything else. Don't waste any time, right? Because they know the power of us students. They know it. During my time, well, I wasn't at CUNY, I was at SUNY. So, first of all, you know my name, right? Agnes Johnson. I've been around here in New York City, bopping around now for a while. But at SUNY, we were doing all the things you saw at Oakland. We faced that kind of terror with the smoke and the terror. The worst things we were doing at Buffalo, University of Buffalo, was having a breakfast program with the Black Panthers in the morning. That was so radical, you know, and the university, how dare you do that? How dare you get up at 5 in the morning with the snow in Buffalo, come down that hill and go to the fruit belt to serve breakfast. And then the other thing was the apartheid of South Africa. Never forget, it was the students that changed the face of apartheid when we pushed for the universities to divest their money. That was powerful. Economic control. So we're here tonight to hear from some people that were in the trenches, okay? And they're going to tell you how they did it. Because we are here for revolution, right?
Yes.
Am I clear? Is everybody here for revolution?
Yeah.
I see some people sitting like that. So the NYPD, do you hear what I'm saying? The word, we're not afraid of it. We can't be afraid of it. We're not here to make a deal with the Democrats. At least I'm not. I'm not here to make a deal with the Democrats. And we know that revolution has never been simple. Okay? Public Enemy said, but it ain't something we ain't did before. Okay? We did this before. And then somehow we went to sleep and thought, oh, well, it'll be okay. We didn't put guards at the gate. We didn't make sure that the next generation didn't have to do what we did all over again. And that's where we are now. But you got to get it right this time, because the stakes are higher. Amos Wilson said what? They were training us to accept a black face for white supremacy. They were training us to accept, okay, white supremacy coming in with a black face. And it's happened. It's here, it's now. And my big fight is for the education of our children in New York City schools. That is my big battle right now. I'm in the Bronx right now, and I can tell you it is criminal. It is criminal what is going on in the Bronx. It is absolutely criminal. And the machine in the Bronx has to be brought down, and I'm saying that here tonight. This young girl sitting here with me, okay, first grade, they wanted to leave her back. First grade. After 3 weeks of tutoring, she not only surpassed, but became the student of the year. She's now in the third grade, excelling. How'd that happen? Again, changing of perceptions. And by giving children the resources they need, we know what's going on. They do not want us to be educated anymore. They don't need you to be educated. As a matter of fact, they don't want you at all to be educated. The dumber you are, the better. Stay with X Factor and all that other crap. But don't turn off the TV and start doing what you're doing now, which is touching base with those that were in the trenches. How was it done? It doesn't have to be reinvented. It might have to be a little tinkering here and there, but the play is still the same. It's about power. It's about who has the power and who just is not going to give it up no matter how many times you meet. Something happened October 25th. Do you see that? Now, usually with people power, Mark and them bring me in, and I'm usually the big mouth. I usually go in and just, shut it down, shut it down. And they say, no, you got to be nice, you got to. So we went to PEP meetings, and I brought children, and we protested, please don't shut our school down. The first night I went with her school, 13 of us went to that little thing. Candy is sitting back there, Miss McSwain, Warrior in Arms, Sister Warrior, and they were going to shut down 13 schools, was it? I think it was 13 or 11 in the Bronx. Just shut them down. And her school, they were just going to take the 6th grade out. Just cut them out. Where were they going to go? There's no other school that would absorb them. They would have to take 2 buses, Yankee Stadium, rush hour, to find a school to take them. It seemed insane. Why would you just cut a 6th grade out of a school and the children have nowhere to go? And we went to that PEP setup. That was my first going. And I saw how they marched in there. It wasn't about dialogue. They already decided what they were going to do. And we were supposed to sit and be positive and just dialogue and say, please don't do this to us. And all the children were chanting. And all I did was stand up with the law and say, you never had a community meeting in that school. You can't just send letters home to the parents and say the 6th grade is out. That's not the way it's done. Suddenly, hers was the only school that was taken off the table that night. Now, October 25th, what did they do? They shut it down. They said no more dialogue with the DOE. They went in there, right? They went in there, mic check, and all over the auditorium, people started occupying and said, you're not even going to dialogue. We're not even going to let you do your pony show anymore because we know why you're here. So you got to be clear. When you go in, you better be prepared to go in hard. Because they will expect you to do the time-wasting dialogue, while in the meantime, everything is being gobbled up. So I just want to make sure that we're all clear. This is about total change of a system. Not making deals with the system, tinkering here, tinkering there. You get a little bit, you get a little bit, and then we all go home and we're happy. Because it's not going to change that way. And you know that it's more than ever right now is more deadly. So we're going to turn it over to the sister here, and we're going to go through some history. And I hope by the time we leave here, people will be clear on what they are going to do to help bring the system down. and to completely change the structure so the paradigm of 1% up there and us begging for scraps down here will not be anymore. Thank you.
Girls, be proud of yourself, but don't just take pride in your outer shell. They take men's advances for granted, cause it's common that we bother them. That's why so many young women can't take